Many of you walked in here with the thought that let me go to Penang and check it out. I have been invited, I have paid for it, so might as well go and check it out. Probably have a small vacation alongside of the VCON convention. Many of you came here like that. I remember my first VCON was 2002 Goa in India. 2002 Goa was a path-breaking VCON for the company. And we had two VCONs back to back. We had the first VCON with about 300 plus people, and the second VCON with another 300 plus people. And that was my first VCON. And when I was going there, I had been in the business for a year or so. And I was there to check out, what is this, you know? What kind of company is this? What kind of people are leading this company, you know? And after that 4 days, 5 days of VCON, while sitting in VCON, I told myself that this is my future and this is my family for the rest of my life. Now, how many of you have got that click as of now? Be very truthful. You don't need to raise your hand if you do not believe in it. But if you believe that you are going to be here for the rest of your life, then raise your hand. Wow, that's amazing. And I want you to understand that if you have raised your hand, then you have made that decision. Yesterday, Sharfoon spoke to you from her heart. And she explained to you what it takes to transform yourself. Today is about perform. And if you want to be the champion you can be, then you have to perform. You know, many of you seated here with that decision, I know that decision is very important. Once you have made that decision, once you have decided to do whatever it takes, then you are on your journey to become a champion. A champion in this industry, a champion in this company. You know, we have our own champion, Chetan Korada, at the back. Chetan has been a great inspiration to all of us. Now, maybe you don't have those abilities to be a champion in any other field like me, you know. I wanted to be a doctor. When I started when I completed my 10th grade, that was my decision. That was my dream, to become a doctor. My elder brother is a doctor. My younger brother is an engineer. And my dream was to become a doctor. And my mom wanted me to be that doctor. You know, my mom was same like Aditya's mom. Very less educated, but very focused on education. You know, she wanted 3 of us. We are 3 brothers. And she wanted 3 of us to be the best. And she decided that she will do whatever sacrifice is required to educate us and give us the best. And at that time, we were living in a place called Ranchi in in Bihar. Do we have some Ranchians here? Okay. So I studied in St. Xavier's, Dorenda. My primary schooling was there, and my dad used to work for Heavy Engineering Corporation. And we three brothers was there, my parents' focus. My dad used to earn at that time, I'm talking about the early 70s. At that time, his salary was equivalent to $10 at that time. You know? And with that little money, my mom would manage the home, make sure that we get the best education, and hence fees was the first agenda on the expense list. Pay the fee first, you know. And once the fee is paid, then there is nothing left over to manage the affairs of the home. However, we managed it. My mom, thanks to her, for her spirit of a champion. She championed her only purpose in life was to educate us. And she championed it very well. So when I couldn't, as you know, I never became a doctor, you know. So as a compromise, I decided to go for law. I tried the medical entrance 2 times and failed miserably. And then I got admitted in a law school in Cochin, in Kerala. And from there, I started my journey. But all the time, when I was leading my life, growing my professional career, after completing my studies, I started working with Procter & Gamble India Limited. I worked with them for about 4 years before I decided to move to Middle East. And in Middle East, I lived almost 10 years working for a Japanese company. Now, this working experience, all these years, and the benefits associated with it was never enough. After 10 years, I discovered that I am professionally advancing, but financially broke. I decided to champion this. That's the time when I came across this opportunity and got started. From the very beginning, my focus was to succeed. I didn't know how. I had a lot of questions in my mind, but I decided to succeed. And I decided to perform, whatever it takes. I want you to raise your hand one more time if you have decided to do whatever it takes. You know, keep your hands up. You know, each one of you who have raised your hand, you have heard this many times in the past, that you are not enough. You cannot achieve anything. You are a network marketer. After all, it is a pyramid business. You are nobody. You are not going to accomplish anything. But remember, look at the person next to you. You are seated in an international convention today. This itself is the beginning of a great journey for you. You are seated in the midst of people from over 30, 40 countries. You are seated here despite all the challenges you went through so far. I don't know how long you have been in the business, but you have went through quite a bit of challenges, that I am sure. You are here in the midst of your family pulling you down. I was very fortunate. My wife is seated at the back. She was with me rock solid from day one. She supported me. My son is also here. He's here. That's my son there. Samuel. He was not born when I got started in this business. And today, as a kid, he has gone through the VCON. Some of you have your children in the VCON. Do you have? Who has children in the VCON? Yeah. My son is a VCON child. Has been in VCON every year. My daughter too. My daughter is not here. They have been in VCON and they have grown in this environment. Today he is an in-service with V Corporate. Now, from the day we got started, sometimes many people experience this. Your family will pull you down when you get started because they don't understand what this is all about. You know? Your friends might not be very keen in maintaining and continuing their friendship with you because they don't agree with this business. You know? I have lost a couple of friends who didn't understand this. You know? You may be experiencing rejections after rejections and challenges after challenges. Did I? I definitely went through all this. Everybody who you have seen who has come on this stage over the past 3-4 days, every one of them have a similar story. And the only decision they all made is, I will do whatever it takes. Can you say this? I will do whatever it takes to succeed. I will do whatever it takes. Please understand the statement you made. If you want to become a champion, like Cosmas Nadati of Kenya, have you heard about him? Cosmas Nadati is a 3-time Boston Marathon champion. 1993, 94, 95. 3 years consecutively, he became a champion. You can see him on the screen. Cosmas was born to a father and mother. His father had 36 children. And his mom was the 4th wife. I met him because Cosmas is part of our team in Kenya. Now, Cosmas grew up in a village called Machakos in Kenya. And when he was growing up in the midst of all these 36 children, it was not easy for him because he was one among the youngest in the flock. Cosmas was very much designed to become a champion because his life from early days, from his childhood, he was rejected. Rejected in the family first because he is one among the youngest. You know, the 4 ladies in the house could not serve everybody together. So the elder ones, the first batch, will have dinner, then they will go to sleep. When the second batch will be called for dinner, and the third batch, and the fourth batch. And Cosmas was part of the fourth batch. So when he would sleep late in the evening, when his other brothers and other siblings are sleeping, he would be the last one among the last batch. Because he slept as the last among the children, his mom would only wake him up about half an hour, 45 minutes before his school starts. Because the elder ones have to get ready first and go to school before the next batch and the next batch and the next batch. His father was a farmer, and he had a lot of support from the local community, you know. So Cosmas would every day be part of the last batch in the family. And he would stand up, he would get ready, and because he is approaching school time, he would run from his home to the school, 5 kilometers away, you know. Every day, morning, he has to run. And he would start late, but he will be the first one reaching the school, even before his own brothers who started as the first batch that day. You know? So this, now, another reason why Cosmas is running is because he believes that if he is late, those days teachers would cane students, you know. So he was afraid of the caning, and hence he decided to be the first. So he got trained from that young age. And his entire life he was running and running and running and running. During lunch hours, when the bell is about to be rung, his teachers would tell him to go and fetch food for them. So he will be excused from the class, and he will be sent to the nearby restaurant or the food supplier to grab the food for the teachers. And he would run, get it, come back before the bell rings. So he was trained without a plan, but because of the circumstances around him, he was trained to become a long-distance runner. Now, Machakos is a hilly terrain. While he is going to school, he has to run up the hill. And when he runs up the hill, he was the fastest most of the time. And he developed this endurance over a period of time. He became a school champion and eventually a champion in the country, Kenya, and eventually decided to participate in Boston Marathon. 1993 was the first occasion. And in that year, he was an underdog. Nobody knew him, but he won the championship for the first time. And that championship, the time he recorded, was a Boston Marathon record. 1994, he won it again. 1995, he improved on his world record. Now, in 1995, while he was running, while running a week before, when he was going through the training program, he developed an injury of his thigh muscle. It was very painful for him. On the day of the championship, he couldn't handle the pain. But he told himself that now or never. Now or never. Can you repeat this? Now or never. When you are about to become a champion, challenges will hit you. It will come in different forms. You might be prepared to handle it. You might be thinking that I am capable of handling any challenge. But let me warn you, challenges will come in the form of people, it will come in the form of authorities, it will come in the form of newspapers, it will come in the form of your own partner in your team, it can come in many different forms. The moment challenge hit him, he could easily give up on that because the pain was unbearable for him. But he told himself, now or never. This is my opportunity to improve on my world record. And I'm going to do it whatever it takes. He competed, he rewrote the championship timing, and he became a third-time Boston Marathon champion. He is the only one in the world who has won this championship 3 times in a row. Now, many of you seated here is like that Cosmas Nadati. Many of you are champions already. Some of you do not even know that you have it inside you. Some of you think that this is too difficult for me. Some of you believe that you are not designed for this. If I am designed for success in this business, I believe anyone in this room, in this auditorium today, in this arena today, can become a champion in the next 5 years.